So let's come to this business case, solving this business case using Excel. Those of you who are not part of the course, I'll explain the problem statement later. But if you're part of the course, you have gone through the problem statement. And first, we will join this entire table so that, and after that, we can come to what exactly is the problem we want to solve. Okay. For any business case on Excel, what I say is you should have one consolidated master table based on which you can start working, based on which you can draw your insights. So there can be multiple tables, but you need to join and create that one master table on which you will be working. So sales data is here. I think that's the one which has most number of unique entries. So this is the one that we'll go through, and these are kind of master data sheets. Okay, so we'll work on sales data. Let's join it. Store ID we can join all of these components. I think we can join all of this. So let's join everything in one sheet. Okay, we will use VLOOKUP. Probably we'll just use VLOOKUP for this. The lookup value is this, the table array is this, the column index number is 2 for this, or we can use probably match as well. We can just use match for, so that we don't have to change it every time. We can just use match. This is the lookup value that we want, and across the lookup array that we want is this one. And what we want from this, we log this exact match and range lookup, and this is it. Okay, Hyderabad, and we'll just paste it all along, or we can just log this particular cell. Let me just log this particular one. This is your city, so we will log the column, we'll log the row, and this is this, we will log the column. Okay, so this is here, and here we have it over here. Okay, so let's what we ideally would want is this. I'm going fast on this VLOOKUP because by now at least you would have understood the entire concept, and now I don't need to explain you VLOOKUP or anything of that sort, I suppose. Okay, so this is about VLOOKUP. Just to match any particular data set, and to make sure that it's correct. S002, the store 2 is Hyderabad 2100. This whatever is this correct? Let's see if it is correct. Store 002 Hyderabad, this 14 1,40,000, 2,20,000, 2020. Yes, it is correct for store 2. Rest of them will be correct. Okay, so that's ideally what we wanted to do. We have joined this store table, and next we can join the product table as well. Let's join the product table over here. So by now I hope you will be doing these VLOOKUP and stuff really fast. You don't need to do a lot. So this is the product table that we have. We can lock this, and this is the lookup table that we have, and then we will do an column number which will be match. Lookup value would be this. We will lock the row, and lookup array would be this, so we will lock this as well, and then exact match is what we need to do, and then we will go to false exact match here. Okay, so this is the kind of product one as well that we wanted to match, and here it is. Okay, we'll just paste it, and here it is, and just we'll verify any one particular one so that we make sure that it is correct. Let's do it for product 103, espresso beverage 70. Okay, that is it. V103 espresso beverage 70. Yes, it is correct as well. So rest of them will be correct in VLOOKUP. So we have ideally joined these two tables. Okay, now the last table remaining is the employee one that we need to join over here. Next, we have the table employees. So yeah, sales data. We'll use index match for this because you can see the lookup value is not there at the left hand side of the table. We could have transformed the table and stuff, but the idea is that we will be using a index match for this. I hope index match is also very clear from the course for you. So index, we will choose this array. This is the array that we want, and here we will be doing a match. Okay, we'll be doing a match. The lookup value will be this. The lookup value would be the store ID over here, and we can just lock the specific column over here. Let's lock the specific column. The lookup array would be this one. The lookup array would be this one that we have. That is your store IDs, and then we will exact match. Yes, then there is this lookup value for columns. We will have this, we will lock the row so that we can drag it down, and lookup array for this will be my this particular list. Okay, and this is an exact match that I want to do. Exact match that I want to do, and column number is this. And I guess I have enough data. Do I have it? Yes, I guess we have it. So let's close this cell E005. Let's try to drag it if we are getting all the data points. We are getting all the data points, I suppose. Salary wise, it in percentages. We'll convert it to in general. The sensitivity score as well, we'll convert it to general. Okay, I guess this is fine now. This is working fine, I guess. But let's paste all of this data so that we know this is done, this is done, and we have it over here. Okay, so this is done. Again, converted to percentages for some reason. We'll change it to direct this. Let's compare any of the values so to make sure that it is right. Let's see store one. Where is this employee 001? He is in store one itself. Okay. Let's see employee number 17. Let's do employee number 17, cleaner, and the salary is 28264. Productivity score is 7, E017. So we'll go to employees E017, cleaner 28264, productivity score is 7, right? So rest of them will be right. So here I don't think we need the stored IDs anyway, because it's obviously the same as this column. So we will delete this particular column here. And I think now we have the complete table ready, okay, with all the data that we want is over here, and we can obviously rename this as our master data, so that we know that we always have to refer to this sheet now. Okay, now there's no more sales data. This is a complete master data sheet that we wanted to do our analysis. Now, for those of you who do not know the problem statement, let me give a quick recap. It's about a cafe which has established 5 outlets in 5 cities, and we have been given some data points, that is store level details. Where are the stores established, what is the rent, and what is the square feet area and stuff. Then the product details as well, what are the products that these 5 stores sell. At the same time, there is this employee data as well that we have. For example, you can see these are the employees data that we have over here: salary, role, productivity scores of those employees. These are the product master, the product which are sold. We have the cost price of those products as well. These are the store details of each and every store. And obviously, with respect to that, we also have the sales table, that is how much sales has happened across the different stores. Okay, and these are the data points that we have been given, and based on that, what we need to do is do our analysis. Okay, we have given certain questions. Remember, in the future case studies, future business case problems that we will do on Excel, we will not give you these questions that we are going to ask, because that is something that you need to find. Most of your work in any company is also to understand what kind of insights you can draw out of it, what insights you can draw from data. You will just be given this data sheet, that this is a data sheet, make the business recommendation. That is how usually it works in companies. That's why most of the key, it was the first business case that we had given, so that's why I have given some direction at least, that what are the key questions and recommendations that can be expected from you. In future cases, you will not get this, and I will not restrict my analysis to only these questions and recommendation. That's the first thing you need to understand. Obviously, some things that you will very well do, because it's a very easy business problem as well. Store level analysis, something you are going to do. What is the profit loss across each of these stores? Whether you should be scaling, restructuring, shutting down specific outlets, you would need to recommend that. Identify stores which are making profit, which are incurring losses. Obviously, you will do this kind of an analysis at store level. Employee efficiency as well, that which are the employees who are doing well, which are the employees who are not doing well, which are the stores which are understaffed, overstaffed stuff. Those kind of analysis that you will be doing to understand where you can lay off certain employees, or where you need to hire more employees. So that is employee efficiency wise. You can measure SKU performance as well, which products are doing well, which products are not doing well. Those kind of stuff as well. You can understand which product you should discontinue, which product you should push more. So those kind of analysis you would be doing at SKU level or product level. But again, as I said, I will not be restricting my analysis to only these questions. Whatever I can do, whatever is the best relations, correlations, whatever I can find out from data, I will try to find that, because that is the purpose of solving these business cases. Okay. And yeah, I have a specific ask as well. I needed this to be solved because I wanted you to use solver to solve this specific question. Otherwise, no one would have used solver to solve anything, right? And that's why I have put a very specific question. Otherwise, other than that, everything is very open ended. Whatever kind of analysis you want to do to make the best business recommendation to this specific company, you can do that. Whenever you are solving a business case, in any future business case, think about yourself as a consultant. You have been put some data, now you need to make some recommendations to improve the business. That's the only problem statement that you need to know. So the business case that we are solving is part of the pre-MBA Excel course that we have launched on our platform, MBA Circle. So in this particular course, I have taken the students through different functions of Excel that are required, especially in management field, any business field as well, for business analyst roles, for any management roles, consulting roles, finance roles and stuff. So you will be going through those kind of functions, obviously from basic till advanced level. And at the same time, the purpose of the course is also to take you through these business cases, which is the USP of the course as well, because it's not only about learning to use Excel functions, it is about thinking with data, thinking with Excel. That is the most important parameter. Obviously, you need to know the functions because that's a prerequisite without which you cannot proceed. But the bigger idea is that you should be able to solve business cases. You should be able to think with data. You should be able to manipulate data, slice and dice data on Excel, and then make business recommendations. So that is also something you learn in this particular course. I'll put the link in the description as well as in the pinned comment. If you want to take it up, you can check it out from there. So now we'll start consolidating our analysis. First of all, obviously, we'll be starting with our store level analysis. That is what store is doing what, and obviously revenue minus cost to understand profit is something that you will be starting with. Okay, so let's build it. Build this particular analysis. Remember, in this one, I will not be doing any kind of formatting or any kind of dashboard, because I've taught you how to create dashboards, dynamic charts, dynamic drop downs and stuff. So you can definitely use your own imagination, create a proper dashboard. My job in this particular solution that I'm providing you is to show you different kinds of stuff that you can do, how you can think with data differently, what are the different kinds of analysis you can do. First step obviously is revenue minus cost. Let's understand. We will do a revenue one, that is at store level. What are the revenue? What is the revenue that you have? So we have this unit sold into the selling price of this particular product. Okay, so we will be doing this particular. This is unit sold, and this is your selling price, or selling price is the same itself. So what we can do is, within master data itself, we'll create a column that is a total revenue from the store. Okay, or let's create it over here. Let's create it over here. This is my revenue. Okay, and I will just do a simple multiplication. This is the number of units sold in this invoice, and this is the selling price. Okay, and if I just drag this particular thing, so I have this one, and let's convert it into currency. I believe let's convert it into currency. That will be good uh, for the visuals. So this is the revenue that we have, and let's add up all the revenues in this particular sheet. What we have is revenues. Okay, so sum ifs. What are the sum ifs that we have? The sum range is the revenue factor. So this is the sum ifs range. The criteria range is my store level details, and my analysis is this one. VLOOKUP value is this. Okay, I don't need to lock anything over here, I guess. Yeah. So everything is locked, and I think yes, we have it over here. Let's convert this into currency as well, and let's do a drop down. So we have this store level revenue is what we have over here. Okay. So now cost aspect, there are a lot of cost aspects over here that we need to be careful about. Salary is definitely one of them. Salary is one of them. And what else do we have? Salary cost. And what else do we have? Let's see, store level details. Monthly rent is what we have. Operating cost is what we have. Okay. Um, then we have your of rent, and we have your operating cost, And we also have the cost of goods sold. If you see, we have it had a cost price over here. Product master, we had a cost price. Okay, so definitely what we are earning here is the revenue kind of, but this has required like we have calculated on the basis of selling price, but there is a cost price associated with that as well. If you want to see the value of goods that has been sold, we can do a selling price minus cost price into the number of units sold. Okay, but it is fine. I think cost price is what we have over here. So units sold is something that we can probably calculate as well. Suppose we put another column and we understand what are the units sold, but we have to calculate that also across different products. So yeah, we'll do that later. Sorry, we'll do that later. But salary, rent, operating cost is something. Let's begin and let's do these three first. Okay, salary, rent, and operating cost. So how do we do the salary? Employees are here. Who are the employees that you have? That is, we need to calculate all of the salary for store one. Okay, so very simple. We will do with this employees sheet. Sum ifs, the sum range will be my salary range that I have over here. My criteria will be the store level details again, and my analysis would go here. Okay, so this is what we have. I don't need to lock it, and this is the salary numbers that I have. Okay. Okay, let's see this. And rent as well. Very simple. I think this we can simply copy. If it is in order, we can simply copy. We don't even need to do a sum ifs of this. Okay, monthly rent and operating cost is as it is. We will just copy it. Store area, monthly rent, operating cost. Everything is in order. Okay, so we'll just not use anything. We'll just paste it over here. Okay, I convert it into currency as well, and we have these numbers. Okay, so the only thing salary, rent, operating cost per store is there, and only thing required now is just the cost price that we have to input over here. So now let's come back to our master data for this. Just like we had done for revenue, let's create for cogs as well. Maybe cogs, or you can call it whatever you want to call it, but the idea is the cost of goods sold is what we call cogs. What is this? This is the salary that you have. This is the cost price of the product. Okay, so what I need to do now is multiply the units sold with the cost price of the specific product, with the cost price of the specific product. Okay, so this is what I have done. I have this over here, and I can just simply paste it. Okay, so this is the cogs of the goods sold, and this is the revenue that I have earned by selling it. So now I need to do a similar kind of a sum for this cost ifs as well, cost price as well. That is sum ifs. What is the sum range that I have in master data? We have this is the sum range, and the criteria range is my store level data. Criteria range is my store level data, and my analysis is this store level thing. Here as well, if you remember, I have still not made any kind of name ranges yet. If I want to do, probably I can do it, but so far it's completely fine. If I don't do any name ranges as well, it's completely fine. I don't want to get into that. If you want to build a proper dashboard and everything, you can convert it into name ranges and use within these sum ranges and everything. You can use those name ranges instead of the literal range that we are using. Okay, and name ranges is also something that you already know, so you can use that as well. But we have everything over here, all the prices, all the revenue, everything. Now we can calculate the profits. And what are the profits? It is this minus this minus this minus this minus this, right? So this is it. These are the profits, and these are the profits that we have across. Let's see. Okay, so this is what you have over here. Let's use some kind of thing for this. There are some stores in losses as well, as you can see. So maybe this is whatever is say less than 0. Just format that. Let's see. Okay, so there are obviously some stores that are in profit, some stores that are in losses as well. Okay, so this is first thing that I wanted to analyze. Maybe store level details is also something that we can pull. We can pull from here itself. That is city and everything that we want to have. Let's pull these things in our analysis. Let's pull these store level data. This is monthly, and this one we already have, so we'll remove this particular thing, and for rest of them we will have it. Okay, rest of them will have it. So let's solve it. This is the store ID. Okay, this is the store ID. Let's have this table. So this is our profitability table, which store is making profit. What are the store level analysis is what we have done using this particular table. Okay, store level analysis. Okay, store level analysis. So this is it. Let's stop this analysis over here. We will figure out a few other things as well. Now, if we can draw some insights out of all the analysis and data crunching that we have done, this is what you have to learn. Like you will see there are infinite number of recommendations, infinite number of insights that you can draw just from this set of data, and that is what you have to learn. For example, just this set that we have right now. Okay, the store level analysis. Let's see how many recommendations we can form from here, and this is exactly the thinking pattern that you have to develop. So store one. Now first of all we have to see that let's analyze those stores which are in loss. Why exactly are they in loss? Okay, we will get some recommendations from there. See, this is making great revenue, store two. However, salary wise it is one of the highest, rent wise it is one of the highest, operational cost it is definitely one of the highest, and cost price level, everything is like whatever you sell, that much amount is the cost price. So cost price is not a very big factor, but yeah, if you see they are selling really high, much more than this store 4 as well. However, it is still in loss because of the extra expenses that you have. Okay, so what is that kind of insight that you can draw from here? One definite insight is that here it is higher salaries, rent and operating costs. Okay, but let's see for the salary aspect, how many employees are there, because salary also depends on how many employees you are paying for. Okay, it can happen that maybe you are paying certain employees, or it might happen that you have more number of employees than is required in the store. Okay, so let's do this. We'll do a count ifs. Employees is this one, and the criteria would be this. Okay, so let's see. So you have three number of employees over here. Left three number of employees. We'll change it to general so that it looks like this, and we can paste the formula. Okay, we can paste the formula, and you can see whatever has happened. Five employees in store two. Okay, so significantly store one, you can see, is making 9 lakh revenue but just has three employees, and store 2 is has 5 employees. It is selling for 8 lakh but has 5 employees, significantly more than the other ones. Definitely, like if you have one employee more in terms of 5, so obviously it's almost like a 20% more number of employees that you have. Okay, so yes, that is one insight, that maybe more number of employees are there, higher salary, operating cost, more number of employees. This is more number of employees are there. Let's analyze the other ones. In this one, what happens is salary considerably within range, maybe the second highest, you can say, fine. But there are four employees. So four employees just for sales of 3 lakh. You have three employees selling 9 lakh rupees and four employees selling 3 lakh. Something is not matching, right? So 70,000 rent is fine. Operational cost also kind of fine, one of the lowest. Cost price fine. So yes, what we have here is lower sales is the major problem. Biggest problem is lower sales for sure. What else we can do? We can do maybe a higher salary as well, kind of higher salary, or more number of employees. Okay, more number of employees. That is what you have to figure out here. Okay, and last store, what do we have here? Considerably higher rent, fine. Salary is one of the lowest, is actually the lowest, just three employees, fine. Rent is on the higher side, operating cost is on the higher side. So lower sales is a problem for sure. What is this? Higher operating cost is a problem, and cost price is a rent is a problem, right? But for the rent aspect, let's see who is paying what. If you can see a store square feet, okay, so this is the store area. You can see this one is significantly bigger you don't need this kind of a store. This store is, the Mumbai store is definitely one of the smallest. You are optimizing space fine. 2100 square feet, significantly more than 1500, 1200, 1400. So there's something we can definitely shift to. Smaller stores can be one of the recommendation, but let's see this. How does it work? Let's Cost per square feet is what we is an ideal parameter. Cost per square feet. Okay, this is an ideal thing that you should be concentrating on. So let's see, this is this divided by this, which gives you 56.67. So these are your cost per square feet. So 56 very low, 58, 57. So this particular store is optimizing in terms of cost per square feet as well. This is 66, kind of on the higher side. 90 rupees in Mumbai, that is very very high. That's why you just have 1100 square feet store, but 90 rupees in Mumbai, so significantly higher. What can be some preliminary recommendations that you can have? Okay, preliminary, I don't know if these will work. We have to analyze a lot of things, but at least preliminary you can suggest cut down on employees. That is what you can suggest. Cut down on employees for this store, and shift to smaller stores, and look for cheaper area, and look for cheaper area, and look for cheaper area. Okay, so look for cheaper area. This is the kind of insight that you can draw, or a recommendation that you can make. In this one, what can happen is possibly more salary, more marketing, because you want to increase the sales, and shifting to cheaper area if it's possible. I don't know if it's possible in Mumbai, but maybe this is one of the recommendations at least you have to put. And here definitely you're optimizing in everything, but you have to do a lot more marketing. It might happen in Pune, people are not interested in your product, it does not suit their taste buds, whatever. We will come to product analysis, we'll see what is happening. But definitely at this stage, what I'm thinking is it requires more marketing, or it might happen. More marketing as well will not work for Pune. We might have to close down the store here, or for Mumbai as well, the rent might not be optimized, so we might have to close down the stores. So these are certain recommendations that we can have, but this is for Hyderabad. There's a lot of scope to optimize. We have got great sales, but the costs are significantly higher. The employees are significantly higher. If we cut down on those costs, probably we can make this store profitable. So Hyderabad, we can continue despite being in losses. We can continue with some changes. Okay, so that's the initial insight. But this also gives you, this entire analysis also gives you an ideal store profile, which means whenever you are looking to build future stores, maybe you can copy one of these ideal store profiles, and the store one is an ideal store for you, making a lot of profits. uh, so you can have like a 1500 square feet store. That's kind of is there. Three employees, we will see. Three employees is also good for this store. And cost per square feet can be in the range of I would say 56 is on the lower end, but 55 to 65 is what you have to target, or maybe 55 to 60 is what you have to target. Okay, so this can be an ideal one. This can be an ideal store profile that you have figured out for any store that you're going to start in future as well. Okay, 55 to 60 is the cost per square feet. Three employees, and approximately 1500, or not necessarily 1500, but I can call that something like 1300 to 1800 square feet, or maybe 1700 square feet. Okay, so this is a kind of an ideal profile for any store that we have. Okay, so we are done with the store level analysis. We can draw a lot of insights from here as well. But let's go to other analysis as well. Let's go to product level analysis first. So for product, let's start with what products are being sold in which of these stores. How many products? What is the quantity of each product being sold in each of the stores? Okay, let's do this first. Let's put this value. What are the products that we have? These are the products that we have over here. So we'll just paste, transpose, and paste this. Now, I hope you would have learned these things, how to just do a cross tab very fast. And we will measure how many products are being sold. Okay, sum ifs. We'll go to master data. This is the sum range that we have. The criteria range that we have is first of all, our product should match, which means this should match with what? This should match with your this particular thing, and we will lock the row number. Okay, and then the other criteria range that we have is your store IDs. Okay, store IDs that should match with your this store number. Let's see. We will log the column. Okay, so this is number of units of product that are being sold. Let's see. Okay, I think I missed this particular thing. Okay, got it. I think that the first one was deleted. Let's do it again. This is some range, which is this one. Okay, this is some range. We have comma. This is E2 to E11. And next is let's do the sum if quickly again, because I think this one was deleted. So yeah, this is we will log this. The criteria range that we have is the product ID that we have. We will log this. Then we will do this sum, and we will log the call row, and then we will do the next criteria, which is store level. So we'll log this, and we will come to this, which is we'll log the column, right? The column will log. So this is it. So we have this, we will paste this all across, and this is what we have seen. Store 1 was an ideal profile. Maybe. Let's see. Obviously, a lot of sales are happening through store 1 and store 2 significantly. Store 4 is also there. But you can see a major difference between store 1 and store 2 is it is selling more of product 4 and 5, whereas this is selling more of product 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 are more being sold by store number 1. Okay, any significant thing that we can find from here? Let's see. What we also have to find out is which product is giving you more margin. Okay, which product is giving you more margin. So what is the cost price and what is the selling price is what we have to figure out. Cost price is very easy. I think cost price is very easy. We can just paste this numbers over here. Okay, we can just paste these numbers over here. And selling price, I think selling price is also like we can just uh, take any entry from here. We can do it manually as well since there are just 5 products, but let's do this one. Lookup value, this is for the product, and lookup value is this, and lookup table array would be, we will select from here. So this is the table array that we have. The column index number that we want to choose is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th column that we are picking, right? So it is number 4. So that's it. Selling price would be this. So yeah, 180, 160. Let's see what is the profit per item. Okay, profit per item is this minus this. So you can see product 1 90 rupees, product 2 60 rupees, product 3 130 rupees, product 4 100 rupees, product 5 110 rupees. Product 2 is not like bringing you a lot of profits in terms of if I talk about absolute profit, it's definitely not bringing a lot of that. And if store 2 is selling a lot of product 3, then probably yes, it's bringing 60 rupees, but ideally product 3 is good. It is selling a lot of product 3. Product 4 and 5 are also good, 100 and 110, which this store is doing. But we can see not a lot of difference in the cost prices. So kind of all of them are doing well no matter which product you are selling. But it might so happen that because of product 4 and product 5, the kind of reputation that your store has, that is increasing. It might so happen, but we don't know. We cannot conclude anything rationally from here. All of them have kind of considerable profit. Yes, product 3, 4, 5 are more profitable. If it is selling more of product 4 and 5, definitely it's advantageous. 1692, you can see 1692 is it's a lot. Okay, what actually whole numbers don't tell us anything. What will actually tell us a lot is if we convert this into percentage terms. That is, if I just do this, just paste it over here, then in percentage terms, what percentage each product constitutes to total sales. That's the kind of analysis we should be doing. Okay, sum. And let's do this. Let's lock the rows or the columns. Let's log the columns that we have G14 by this. Okay, so we have G14 by sum of this. So we have this, and we can do this, and we can convert everything to percentages. Now this is where the entire thing comes in handy. 31% product obviously this is maximum over here. Now you can see what is happening. This is 14%, 25%, 24%, and 25%. So you can see store 2. Yes, now this is telling me. It was telling me 11711207, but yeah, it is constituting 24%, 25% is constituting, and this is 26% comes from here, 27% comes from product 1, 21%. Okay, so probably this is great news that for store 1, that product 5, 31%, it makes a lot of sense. Product 3 and product 5, the more you are selling these products, the more profit you will earn on each sale. Okay, so that is one insight that we have over here on product level. But the idea is, if we compare it across stores, there's not much you can make out of it. Okay, let's see the total sales that we are having, the total sales across each of these. 4819191118604437. Okay, so yeah, this one, if you see product 2, store 4 definitely has a problem with this. That is, store 4 has a problem because 36% constitutes is constituted by product 2, which means this is again store 4. This is store 4. Okay, store 4 was making good sales, but yeah, that is not making enough profit. 58,000 profit it is making, but we can significantly improve on this particular metric, that is selling more profitable items for Chennai. Okay, so this is another insight that we got for this one from the product: selling more profitable items. That is your product 103 and product 105. Okay, you can concentrate on these items as well because you are significantly selling more of this, and this constitutes 17%, 22%. You can increase this definitely. 17%. Store 1, 31% doing well. This is store 2, which is 24%, can come down a bit, but it is selling, making up for this in store in product 3. So but we can have for product 2, for store 2, we can have this insight: sell more of product 5. Okay, sell more of product 5. This can be another recommendation for store number this mode P105 product. Okay, so we are just accumulating everything that we can, accumulating everything that is remotely possible. Store 3 has a problem, I guess. Store 3 has a problem in terms of so most of them are equally being sold. Yes, product 1 can be decreased, this product 4 and 5 can be increased, but not much difference. We won't put much over here, but significantly less sales. That is what we have to figure out, why there is less sales over here. And here, if I want to do another thing, that is, if I want to see what is their COGS as percentage of total revenue, what is their COGS as percentage of total revenue, this is what I want to figure out. Okay, this is what I want to figure out. Let's convert it into percentages. And 42%, 44%, 44%, 46%, 44%. Not much difference, kind of similar benchmarks that we have. But yes, because store 4 we identified that yes, if you see product 102, it is being sold at a much it is selling much more quantity of 102. You identified it, and that is kind of being verified here as well, that 46 percentage, it is the COGS as a percentage of revenue is much more. Okay, so probably you can say we can change the product portfolio in store 4 a little bit so that it increases our profits. Okay, so this is one insight that we got from our this product level analysis. Not much, because all the products bring you profits. All the products are being sold in kind of uniform manner except for store 4. So I think not many insights can be drawn at product level from here, or it can be drawn. Probably I'm missing something as well. Probably you can think about certain other things as well. Yes, one insight that is not present in this data is maybe certain products can bring you good recommendations. Maybe some products can bring in more number of customers in your store. The store rating we don't have over here, so maybe we could have figured out if a particular store is selling more number of certain product and it has good rating, we could have decided that okay, this product brings us good rating. Okay, but we don't have that data. Fine, but we can keep the store 1 as our benchmark, as an ideal portfolio. So we can probably say selling product 5 is might be advantageous across all products, but we don't have enough data for that still. Okay, now let's go to employee level analysis. So for employee level analysis, we had done a few things, and that is we had figured out over here what is. Let's just do a just delete this first. Let's delete this column. I don't think we have anything over here. Let's delete this. And yes, so we had done some analysis. As I was saying, we have these rents, we have these count of employees, and we have these salary numbers. But let's do a deep dive analysis. We have the count of employees, but now what category of employees, what role do these employees pay per store? Let's do that kind of an analysis. Okay, let's put the stores over here, and now let's go to your role. These are the roles that we have. Let's do this kind of an analysis. We'll just remove the duplicates with current selection, remove duplicates. These are the different kind, 5 unique roles are assigned. Let's paste it over here, transpose and paste it over here. Again, we'll delete this. So these are the number of employees. Let's count how many of each exists. Okay. Count ifs, criteria range one would be your this, which we will lock. Then we will go and do this as a criteria one. We will lock the row. Then criteria two is this. Criteria range two is this. I'll lock this, and we will come and lock the column. Okay, lock the column here. So we have the one, and we have this. Okay, so where did we have more number of employees? That was in store 2. Okay, store 2 we have a lot of employees. Let's see. So here we are operating with barista, cashier and wait staff. Okay, manager, cleaner is not present. Here we have one of each of these staffs. Store 4 we have 2 barista, 1 manager, 1 cleaner. We don't have any cashier or wait staff over here. Okay, and store 5, we have this 100 this. Okay, and let's do an average salary count of these people as well, which will help us understand why is we have this salary. If we just draw an average salary kind of number over here as well, or let's do it here itself. We might have this worse than this. Let's do the average salary numbers. Okay, average ifs. What are the average salaries of each of these employees? Average range is this is the average range that we have. Then we have your criteria range, which is this role wise. Okay, and okay, there's a problem, I think. Yes, I think there's a problem. Averages, let's do it again. Let's do it very quickly. This is the salary that we have. Okay, we'll lock this. Then we'll come back and we have the criteria range, which is this one. We'll lock this, and we'll come, and this is the one. Lock the column, lock the row, sorry. And then we have the other criteria, which is the store level analysis, and we will do this. Okay, so we'll lock the column this time. So this is the average salary that we have. This is because these are 0. Okay, we will do an if error function as well, that I had shown you as well. This one, if error, if it does not exist, then it show as dash. Okay, it does not exist. Okay, so this is what we have, average salary. And average salary of all the employees, if I just take this, so we'll just do an average ifs, average range is this, and just at store level, what is the average salary? Okay, just at store level, what is the average salary that we have? So at store level, what is the average salary that we have? So yes, here it is. Average salary is actually higher, the highest in store 1. So definitely average salary is the highest, you can see. And store 2, you can see it is paying not so much to each of these employees, but yeah, it is kind of significant. But at the same time, it has 5 employees, that's why the salary range is increasing. Here, 29,000 to 26, it is doing much better in terms of negotiating salaries. And store 5 is not doing that well as well in terms of salaries. Probably store 1, we can say from here, maybe we can have better salary negotiation can happen, but store 2 is doing well itself, so maybe uh, this might not suit, but we will keep this. We'll keep this. Let's see some other things. Okay, let's see the ratings as well. If we have the ratings, because we have employee productivity ratings as well. Now let's see if my salary has any linkage to the ratings. If the employees are being more productive or getting better ratings if they have higher salary. Let's see if there's a correlation or not. I don't know at this point of time. Let's see the what is the average rating for store 1, average productivity score of these employees. Let's see that. This is store number 1, and we have the criteria which is store number 1. This is the average productivity rating for these employees. Okay, let's see. 7.6, 35,000. Probably not. Okay, so we'll see correlation of rating versus salary. So we'll use a formula only for this. There's a formula called correlation here. So correlation, if we do, this is very important for analytics. We can use this for analytics as well. So this versus this. Okay, if we just do this kind of a correlation minus, it has no relation. So you can see here, this average rating is lesser in this case. The salary is higher, the average salary is higher in this case. In this case, the rating is much more, the highest, and you can see the average salary that you have is the lowest in this particular store 4. So rating has rather negative linkage, very negative linkage. More the salary, less is the productivity. You can that's how I am looking at it for now, at least. Okay, so does not make any sense. We can definitely negotiate for better salary. That's our recommendation for now. We can have better salary negotiation over here. We can have better salary negotiation over for store 5 as well. Productivity can be increased. This here productivity can be increased. Maybe we can we have 3 employees over here, but yeah, productivity can be increased in this case. Productivity can be increased. In this case, store 4 is doing very well in terms of salary as well as in terms of productivity. So this is an ideal profile for me if I am looking at any employee thing. This is an ideal profile for me. It has a wait barista, it has a manager, it has a cleaner. Okay, and you can see here it is doing really well in terms of this cost only. Said 37,000, 43,000, but this has 31,000, which is much better. But let's do another correlation. I want to understand why the other stores might not be doing well and stuff. So for that, I'll do a lot of analysis. Let's do a role wise average productivity rating. Okay, role wise average productivity rating and averages. We have this average range. We have the criteria range, which is store 1. We can match it with this, which is lock the column. Then we have this role wise analysis, which means this one. And after this, we can have C2. Sorry, this one got, I think, E2 to E12, then B2 and 20. And this is, but it's the role, yeah, fine. And this is the one that we have. So we will lock the row for this. Okay. So we will see what is happening, and we will have this kind of a graph. Okay, again, if error, we will just make it 0, or we won't make it 0 exactly, but yeah, let's see. We can convert it into, say, maybe 0 as well. We can keep it, yeah, let's keep it 0. If that employee does not exist, then obviously it is the productivity is also 0 for that employee. So let's make it 0. And now we have this kind of a number. Let's see now in terms of revenue. Now we'll paste the revenue across of all of these stores, and we will see if the revenue has a correlation with my if the revenue has correlation with my ratings. Okay, so this is 1, this is just a second, this I'll convert into currency as well, so that it looks like a revenue. Yes, so first of all, let's see if it has correlation with my if it has correlation with ratings or not. Obviously not. I don't think it has any correlation as I can see, but maybe let's see. Okay. 0.58. Yes, there is a correlation. So, revenue and average productivity. So, more productive your employees are. So, yes, indeed, we can see to an extent, yes, it is giving us positive results. So, better productive employees are getting better results. 0.58. It was positive towards +1. Okay, and a correlation will give you results from -1 to +1. Okay, so more it is towards +1, which means there is a correlation. More towards negative side, which means there's a negative correlation. If that is more, then the other value will be less. And let's do, I want to do a this role wise kind of let's see whether we can do it. But yes, let's do this. Okay, let's do a correlation for everyone, for each of these roles. Okay, Barista, let's see if there's a correlation or not between what we have, what we don't have. Correlation. This is one, and this is the revenue that we want. Okay, these are two arrays that we want to correlation with. 0.66. Probably, yes, there might be a correlation. Okay, let's do this cashier correlation. What is that? Uh, so if I see the employee rating over here, if I see this over here, 0.72. Yes, wait staff. What is the correlation? Correlation would be your this particular one versus this particular revenue. I don't know. There's a lot of analysis that you can do over here. Wait staff is giving you this particular negative correlation. Maybe people don't like having wait staff. Obviously, I think more productive your wait staff is, that is, the more that it has to engage with the customers, they are not very happy with them. It might happen. So, manager, let's see a manager. 0.28. Okay, a cleaner. Let's see a cleaner. What is the correlation between them? Correlation between them and the revenue. So let's see, but we have zeros over here as well, so it kind of becomes a bit difficult for us to relate. Zero point 0.6 minus zero point 0.6. So a cleaner also does not have a very positive impact, necessarily does not have a positive impact. Rather, yes, these first two people, barista and cashier, somehow, I don't know the reason, but it's just saying correlation does not imply causation, that it is happening because of this. But maybe this is a trend that we have seen. This is happening. And cashier just will change the correlation, will not include those ones where we do not have any cashier. Okay, let's do for this. And this might change our results again. This might make it negative now. Okay, let's I think there's a mistake over here. Yes, there is a mistake. This might actually make it negative in case we are seeing this. Okay, -1. Just two data points. Yes, there is a -1. We don't have enough data points for this correlation, honestly. Here as well, if you want to just do some kind of correlation with the other stuff, let's do for this one, because we want to see whether it's working. Let's see this one and this one. I'll just ignore one of them. -0.22 kind of remains the same. But yeah, the idea is the cash for cashier, we don't have enough data, honestly. Okay, we don't have enough data because it just exists in two stores. It does not exist in three of the stores. We don't have enough data. For the rest of them, yes, we have enough data. Maybe not for this as well. For the manager as well, we cannot conclude significantly for sure. It just three stores have a manager. Other stores don't have one. But let's see, let's only do for the stores that have a manager. What's the correlation? 0.98. Okay, so this is also can be significant. So you can see, I'll highlight these ones, these specific ones. This one makes sense. So maybe if from store 2, that is which had more number of employees, as we had seen 5 number of employees it had, if I want to remove some employee, if I want to remove 2 of the employees, maybe the ideal person to remove would be a cleaner. Maybe a cleaner, because it has a minus negative correlation, and maybe a wait staff, because again it has minus a negative correlation. Manager might stay. It has a good rating as well. Wait staff has 7, cleaner has 9. This particular person is not doing well, but it also has a strong correlation with the rating of the barista. So maybe yes, for store 2, I might make certain recommendations that if I want to remove, I might remove my remove my wait staff, and possibly cleaner. Just preliminary recommendation. I don't know. And improve what? Improve my barista. Okay. Improve my barista and maybe my manager. My manager is already doing really good. So maybe I have to change this particular person. Okay. That does not have good productivity and maybe that is uh, hurting my revenue or maybe sales. But revenue is also good here that we have, right? We have to remove people from here, not necessarily change anything because it has getting good revenue. Probably here is where we have to change our barista because it has positive correlation with the revenue. So here, yes, for store 5, we have to change our barista. Maybe if you want to remove someone, we can hire a cashier or we can hire a manager and remove a wait staff. But it's fine. We won't go to that level of recommendation. But yes, this is what we can change because it has positive. The barista's rating has a positive correlation with my revenue. So maybe if I'm changing my barista, which has a very low rating for store 5, maybe I can increase my revenues over here. Maybe people are not liking my product, and it makes sense as well because someone who's responsible for the product, if they are bad, maybe it might become difficult. So this is what I can find from employee level database. So you can see there's so many things I did. There are just I did average rating. I've tried to find the correlation of average salary with ratings. If that happens, I tried to find the average correlation of productivity of each of the roles with the total revenue. I realized maybe barista and having a good barista is maybe important because all the stores have one and has a positive correlation with revenue as well. So maybe it is important which of the staffs I can remove, which of the store is offering more average salary. Store one is offering more average salary, but we can do better salary negotiation. Even though store one is in profit, still we can do better salary negotiation. Productivity can be improved and stuff. So all of these recommendations can be made. Obviously, a lot more can be analyzed as well in terms of employee level. If I deep dive into employee level data, that is which products are being sold more, if I just mix and match the product as with employee database, so I can see that why a certain products are being sold more. Maybe if you have these number of people, maybe if you have better barista, maybe this is the product that is being sold better. But a lot of data points are missing as well. If you had ratings, if you had which particular store is famous for which particular product, maybe we could have found out certain reasons. And if we had found out, if we had consumer demographics, consumer analysis as well, that also is a great data to analyze which kind of product we should promote in which market. Okay, we don't have that data, but perfectly fine. But still, you can do a lot of analysis over here. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm pretty sure you would have done some other analysis as well, apart from these per square feet analysis that I did, then the cost per square feet analysis that I did. We made some recommendations on the cost side, on the store ideal store profile. We had charted out an ideal store profile. Then product level, we have charted out that we should be selling more of obviously product 3 and product 5. For store 4, we had this recommendation that product 2 is not doing really well. Employee level, we found out yes, barista is important, has positive correlation. Maybe store 4 can, or store 2 can remove wait staff and cleaner. Store 5 can change the barista, that might increase the sales. Store 4, or rather the store 3 which we have, that it is very difficult to find for store 3, that what exactly we can do with store 3 because it had beautiful cost per square feet. It did not have a very big store. It is selling products, kind of products as well. Product 3 is 20%, product 5 is 19%, good margin products. At the same time, it does not have very bad ratings in terms of the employees that you have. Barista as well is also 6. Maybe it can improve a little, but still it's 6, not very low. So maybe store 3 is not working at all. Maybe from the consumer side there is no demand for store 3. Maybe store 3 is something we can think about discontinuing. Store 5 is also something that we can change a barista, we can continue for a few months, but if it does not work out, that is also something we might have to change, we might have to close, or we might have to look for cheaper areas, right? The per square feet cost that we had seen, 90 rupees, very, very high. If we can lower down this cost, we have to see this as well, right? So maybe store 3, store 5, we can discontinue. Store 5, we maybe will give another chance by making certain recommendations. For store 3, we do not have any specific recommendation. So it might be difficult to turn around store 3. So we might think about discontinuing it. So now we'll solve a specific problem that we have mentioned in our problem sheet. That is this one. Store 2 has realized that decreasing the prices of all products by X percentage increases the demand by 3X percentage. So if you are reducing the prices, the demand is increasing. So you need to understand what is that ideal X percentage that can maximize the profit for store 2. But obviously, you cannot reduce the prices a lot, because if it goes lower than the cost price, then you will start making loss on each sale. So you cannot do that. So 3x percentage, the demand will increase, but you cannot make losses. So you need to identify that ideal X percentage that can maximize your profit. So now we will go to this Excel that we have, and let's say decrease in prices. That is decrease in prices. What is this? Suppose we just assign a random number for now, that is 10%, and the demand increase will be 3x percentage. So now we'll go to our master data, try to see what changes can happen if we reduce the prices, that is by 10%, right? This is by 10%. 1 minus, which is this number is this. So we'll just lock it, and yes, we will have this number. So this is our ideal, this is a new selling price that we have, and this is a new SP, and this is the new units sold, which is new units sold. New units sold, what is that? It increases by 3x percentage. This increases by 3x percentage. Okay, this increases by 3x percentage, which is 1 plus 3 into this, and we will lock this cell, and here it is. This is the number of new units sold that we have. So if we just do this, and we make this one as well, so we have the new units sold, and we have the new SP as well. So new revenue as well is something we can calculate, which will be this into the number of new units sold. So we have the new revenue for each of these stores. Now if we want to calculate it for store 2, we will just do a quick sum ifs. We will do a quick sum ifs of this sum range, which is new revenue is what we have to sum. The criteria range is this one. The criteria range is this one, which is my store ID. And this is, if I do this, and I have to lock it for store 2. Okay, I have to lock it for store 2. So this is ideally my sum ifs that I have. Okay, this is the new revenue, but I can just change it to my currency. This is the new revenue that I have for store 2, and I need to maximize this. I need to maximize this. Now we will go to solver and solve this particular thing. We'll go to data, we'll go to solver quickly, and we need to maximize it. What's the objective? To maximize this number by changing variable cells. This one, that's a very simple solver formula that we use over here, and I think that is it. By changing variable cells as store 2, we need to maximize the profit. Let's see the number. We have been able to maximize it to 11 lakh by changing the prices by 33%. Let's see. Let's analyze this. 33% is giving us, so exactly this is the number that we are getting here. If we see, this is the number that we are getting. We'll just paste this over here. If we change it to 34%, this is the revenue number as well that will use to compare. This is the revenue number. If we change it to 34%, it slightly reduces. It does, or 0.92. That is 0.92. If we, I think, increase this number, which is this particular aspect 9160, it is exactly the same. We haven't really changed it. So we will change it to 35%. We will see there will okay, this is also changing along with that. So I did a mistake. What we will do is we will paste this number over here again, what we got. So this is the number that we had, and here I will paste it as value to compare it. And now if we do a 35%, you will see the value will decrease. If we see 34%, then it will also decrease. So you can see this is the ideal percentage decrease that we can target based on our formula. And this is the ideal profit that we can get, the maximum profit that we can get. So this was one problem that you could have solved using solver.